Hello. So in this lecture we'll study about historical particularism. So historical particularism is the part of historicism and it developed as a response to evolutionism in the 20th century. And Franz Boas was a key theorist of this school of thought, and in his 1896 article 1896 article limitations of the comparative method of anthropology gave three major critique of evolutionary approach, and these were: first was the assumption of unilinear evolution, second was the notion of modern society as evolutionary survivors, and third was the classification of societies based on weak data and inappropriate criteria. And as we will see in our later lectures, how Franz Boas was important in the development of anthropology and was also regarded as the father of American anthropology. Father of American anthropology. So, how was his methodology or the methodology of historical particularism? It was based on extensive fieldwork, data collection, and participant observation. So these were the research methods employed. And what did the theory argue? The theory pointed out that each society was a collective representation of its unique historical past, and societies could reach same level of cultural development through different paths, unlike what was argued in unilinear evolution of savagery to barbarism to civilization. And it also pointed out that unique historical development of a society should be understood in its specific specific cultural and environmental context. It said that enormous complexity of cultural variation due to enormous complexity of cultural variation, it is premature to form universal laws. So there is premature to form universal laws. And he said that anthropologists should spend less time in developing theories and more in collecting as much data as possible and as quickly as possible before the culture disappears. And he put it very clearly by saying that anthropologists should not be collectors of tales and spinners of theories, but should devote themselves to objective data collection through fieldwork. And the theory argues that the laws governing cultural variation would emerge from mass of data collected themselves. And he tried to describe a particular culture based on the data collected. And a major point or the major argument was cultures are product of own histories. So what does this mean? That a culture's standard of beauty and morality might differ based on its history. So as we see that in Samoa, healthy women are considered beautiful. So this notion developed due to its unique history and is different from what might be considered beautiful in the United States or Europe. And another major development over evolutionism was that this approach was free from ethnocentrism and based on cultural relativism, something for which Boas is credited. And the importance of data collection is highlighted by extensive focus on fieldwork, and he argues that Role of individual is important in the study of culture formation, and there are two types of individual. One is the garrulous, that is one who is chatty and forthcoming, and the other is reticent. So one who is more shy introvert and also called marginal man. Now what was the issue with this approach? So first and foremost was that facts recorded even diligently reflects what the individual or the theorist or researcher considers important. So the bias of an individual might still be there in spite of the training or the education provided. And Boas insisted on extensive data collection, but data collection without preliminary theorizing. That without any theory, if you keep on collecting data, then it becomes meaningless. Then it is just gibberish and a lot of amount of data without any theoretical perspective. And another issue was that synthesis of data was not done to come up with any specific theory. So only two things was there. One was that focus on data collection. Another was that culture is defined through unique historical context. Apart from that, there was no major synthesis of data and no major theory. So this was about Franz Boas and his theory of historical particularism. We will study about Boas more in our upcoming lectures. And in our next lecture, we will cover the topic of functionalism. Thank you.